Hello, I've returned. My friends required to know the knowledge of if trees can talk or communicate. Either one works. But since I forgot the other ones I asked, I decided to do it on boxing since I haven't done one else, so I'm doing a two-part one. Boxing and trees. Never punch a tree, it hurts, by the way. Sorry. Yes, my friend asked me if trees can talk. First, it sounded like a completely ridiculous request. Remember, talking and communicating is kind of different. Like, talking is what I'm doing to you through your speakers. Communicating is just like sharing information or stuff through other means, like Morse code is communicating, and speaking, like I am, is talking. They're different, but they kind of have the same effect, or can have the same effects. Basically, the scientist put caterpillars on one tree, then he waited 2 weeks, 14 days, I think. Yeah, 14 days, 2 weeks. Then he came back, took samples from both of them. Then he came back to the lab, fed the leaves to separate caterpillars, and the larvae grown on both, feasting on both leaves grew slower, even the tree that wasn't originally exposed to them. So they figured out that the trees sent pheromones to each other to make that chemical to grow slower so the infection of the larva wouldn't spread as fast. Oops. They figured out that this was sent through the air and not the roots or any other part of the tree. And the tree also does this for blooming, like flowers and such. So that's why a lot of the trees bloom at the same period of time. So boxing, it's in the square, which they call a ring. I can explain that one later. I don't feel like looking it up. Yes, the longest boxing match was held between Andy Brown and Jack Burke. That's B-U-R-K-E. In case you were wondering. In New Orleans on April 6th in 1893. 110 rounds, and it was a 7-hour and 19-minute fight, and the referee called no contest because both of them were unable to continue. Because that is a long fight. More dramatic, however, there was a 77-round fight between Harry Sharp and Frank Crosby. And this was for the Missouri Lightweight Championships. Crosby, he fell down in the 76th round. It lasted 77. And he got up and he was really dazed and stuff, but he fell down the following round, which would make that the 77th round. The referee was taking some whiskey shots for a cold, and he passed out after the 65th round, I believe it was. Yes, and the fight continued without a referee, and they ended in the 77th. And the winner got the title for the championship of the lightweights, $500, and an 11-month sentence. Because the $500 was from a bet, and you're not allowed to bet on yourself when you're boxing. Which makes sense, really, if you think about it. And that is pretty much all for today, my good people. There, you know what to do. I'm gonna edit this and upload it since my friends have been complaining about not seeing this. Well, I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, people. Go have fun. Be safe. Make good decisions.